Hey guys, welcome to a recap of the Real Housewives of New York City. And y'all, why we let Erin plan another party? I think we suffered enough. It's clear that planning parties is not her forte, but we're gonna make do what we gotta do because at least the guests is what's giving. So, guys, let's get into this recap, y'all. So, this is episode 6. Sorry, no, anniversary, not sorry. So this whole episode centers around Erin's vow renewals with her husband, and that is to me the curse of death on reality TV. I feel like every vow renewal that we have seen on television, it ended poorly. They ended up splitting up and no longer together. So I don't know why Erin is choosing to take that risk, but she is here for the risk. They are celebrating 10 years of being together, and all these ladies are invited, especially Jessel. So, guys, let's get into this episode. I was living for Jessel. I feel like Jessel, I live for you when you're being shady. If you're gonna be shady, just be shady. So, throughout this whole episode, I feel like Jessel, she was shading Erin so hard. Like every moment where she could take a jab, she was taking it, and I respect it. I get it. I get it. I get it. The reason why I particularly now get it because we got to see a whole conversation with Sai and her husband. Now, Sai and her husband talking, I enjoy these two and their dynamic. So, Sai's husband is sticking up for Jessel. Like, he is writing for Jessel. He's like, no. I would be insulted too. Someone called me pampered if I just gave birth to two twins and I'm now actively working. Of course, I would be insulted. And that was fair. I mean, I feel like these girls don't give Jessel her credit. I guess because we haven't seen Jessel in her work environment, in her space of her actually working, aside from the small party that she hosted for her designer friend. We saw her working that. But overall, we're still getting, Jessel, we have a chance. We're getting to know you, girl. We just got to be a little bit patient. I just felt like, for Erin, it kind of, for some reason, it stuck for me when she said, oh, you work, as if she knew for sure the fact, because I'm used to already Erin being direct. So let's give Jessel some room, some space. But I live for her in this episode and her shadiness. But I feel like you could be shady and you got to be sweet, okay? We can't do shady all the time unless she's the villain. Is she the villain of this episode? Of this season? Of this franchise? We're still getting to know. So let's get into this whole situation because Erin, she is super excited to get herself ready for her anniversary. But I'm going to be honest, I didn't like her outfit choices. I felt like the fit was not fitting, it wasn't doing justice to her body. And I felt like she could have gone for a different look. I don't think she'll look back at these and love it. And if she does, she is lying, okay? But okay, at least she's gonna be dazzled up in jewelry, okay? And that is because of Miss Uba, darling. Miss Uba, Uba, Uba. Now, Miss Uba, darling, she has the connections and she brings on this jeweler who is offering Miss Erin more than $500,000 worth of jewelry to be iced out for her vow renewal. And I'm thinking like, oh, Uba is such a great friend. Everyone needs a friend like Uba to have a special moment where you're just in jewels. So pretty much all the ladies are getting themselves ready and together for Erin's event. But y'all, I already have seen an Erin event productions and I know it's not gonna give food. But the ladies are here to give looks. So the ladies are planning out their looks. Everyone takes different approaches to planning out their looks. Now, Jessel and Bryn, they go to this special spot where they can get couture to wear. So I'm like, okay, we're wearing couture. Let's get into it. Let's see what they're gonna pick. And so they're trying on all their outfits. And it's funny enough that at the end we see them in completely different outfits. So it made me wonder, was that just a filler scene? I felt like it was giving filler scene. But the whole point of that scene was to establish that, Bryn has a talk with Jessel, and Jessel feels like the apology she gives to Erin is pretty much a clean slate. But we don't know yet if it is for Erin. Now, we do get to see when Erin and her husband are in bed talking, it is confirm a clean slate, but I feel like, it's easy to walk it back and say that it's not. So we'll see if this holds true. So, the husbands, they get along with each other. So the ladies, they want to make this work and have a real genuine friendship. Now, back to now, let's see, Miss Jenna Lyons. Miss Jenna Lyons, as she was getting ready, she did not necessarily go out shopping for a new outfit. She went into her closet with her, I believe it was her granddaughter, Violet, or niece. And she went through her closet to see what she could put together. She's a fashion designer, so she knows how to put together a whole look. So she didn't have to do all that. So she selected her outfit, and what she selected with her granddaughter or niece was actually what she wore, which makes me feel like, okay, Jenna, she's being real. So now, back to Erin and her husband. We learn through a FaceTime that Uba will not be attending this event, and I think she's lucky. She gets to stay home and eat, okay? But we learned that she's actually sick with COVID and she's unable to attend. But, she was the one to give connections to the jewelry to Erin, so Erin is still happy nonetheless for Uba. Now we're at the party, we're at the event, and the event is being hosted at a place that used to be a bank. And I thought the ambience, I thought it was very beautiful, very classy, very elegant, which made me look at, Erin's outfit. I'm like, girl, you could have done way better than that. I feel like she should have gave like Great Gatsby vibes, because that's the vibes I was getting from the space. So pretty much the party, I felt it was lackluster, but it did have some highlights. Miss Jessel, she was being shady about the whole space, how it looked quite plain for her. But I'm like, Jessel, you still trying to be on good terms with her or not? But she was taking shots. And these two, Erin and Jessel, when they're in front of each other, they're genuinely trying. And you see Erin, she actually has a moment, she looks into Jessel's eyes and say, I really want this to friendship to be real. So I feel like, okay, Erin wants it to be real. Jessel, she's a little fake nice, but I feel like there's more to see from Jessel. I'm holding out hope for Jessel, okay? There's hope with Jessel. I hope so. Anywho, now it was time for the speech at this whole event, and y'all, it went on and on and on and on. The ladies were getting tired. But we have a moment with Jenna Lyons where she opens up with the ladies and she shares how she's out here looking for something, okay? Man or woman. And Sai is a good friend. She digs in a little bit deeper and asks if everything's okay with Jenna. And we learned that Jenna is going through a breakup. A breakup. And Sai is appreciative that Jenna is even being open and sharing this with her, because Jenna has been a little bit secretive about her little situation. So obviously for Jenna to be this open, she must be really going through it. And I'm happy that she's relying on these girls to have her back. And it was hilarious to see Jenna be so attracted to this man at the party. And she's like, she'll sleep with another man in her lifetime. She'll do it. And I'm like, this is why I love Miss Jenna. Miss Jenna, she ain't gotta do too much. She just right enough. Just enough, okay? And that's what I like. So throughout this whole party, Bryn is getting bored. So what Bryn does is she entertains herself. So she goes and flirts with every little thing, even with me, y'all. Okay, and I'm not even at the party. So Miss Bryn, she's looking for a man. She wants a man. She wants a man. So she sees Aaron's husband and she jokes around with Aaron's husband, and says that, do not mess up and say my name during the vow renewal. She's doing all these little funny ha-has, but not everyone would take it funny ha-ha, okay? Don't play with people like that unless you know. So I thought, okay, maybe they're comfortable. They know each other like that they could see Bryn is joking. But we see in the preview that it's gonna be an issue. And I'm like, okay, an issue with Bryn, I don't think I would want that. I don't think I would want that, because this one don't play. She don't play, okay? And Aaron don't play either. So that's gonna be something to keep an eye out on. But throughout this whole party, Brenda's trying to have some fun, joke around and laugh. And Aaron's sister comes and try to give him a shh about the whole situation. And Bryn, she stands up for the crew. She's like, are you going to tell everyone else to be quiet? And I love that Bryn is here for her girls, okay? Because I felt like when you know at an event, it's not dead silence. People can talk, but I guess because they come with the whole cameras and the whole production, the sister's trying to protect and make sure Aaron's vow renewal is not spoiled by the Real Housewives of New York. Okay, so I get it, I got it. But what was funny for me at this party was the lack of food, because I'm like, when are these people gonna sit down and eat? I don't think there's a sit down portion. I think this is all just cocktail hours because that's all I was seeing. I was seeing just little wiener dogs and some champagne, and that's it. Now, that is not enough for Miss Sai. So Miss Sai is gonna give the ladies a piece of her mind, and she shares that, guys, we need to go to Nobu. I need some sushi. I need some food. I cannot eat this hot dog. I'm a pescatarian. And I'm like, damn, Aaron. Why, Aaron? I hope there's a sit down. I hope there's a sit down. But Sai was trying to rally some girls to leave from the party. And some of the girls were like, oh, isn't that interesting? Because Sai was the one who said that, oh, Jenna should have let the host know that she was leaving. But here goes Sai. But Sai's not thinking with her right brain. Right now, she is thinking she is hungry. And I don't blame her because she had a big to do. For her to show up to this event, she had to take her kid over to an audition or something, or something was going on with her kid, and she was already dressed, and she came directly from her kid to Aaron's vow renewal. So she's a good friend. She's supported. She did enough. Now, all Aaron had to do was make sure she was fed. Okay. So am I mad at Sai for just walking away and leaving the party? Not really. I don't blame her. I feel like, as a host, you should, properly feed all your guests. And especially if some of your guests are going to be pescatarian, you can't feed everyone pigs in the blanket. No, 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 no. So, in the vow renewal, the actual speech between the two, Erin and her husband Abe, we do get to see like a flashback of them. I actually liked her look for her wedding. It looked very it still looked very relevant. It looks good. And when they gave each other their speech, Erin, she did a nice, cute little speech for her husband, but now her husband gave like a kinky little speech, and I'm like, y'all, this is hilarious, but where is the food? Because I'm seeing everyone in the room looking drained. Looking drained, okay? So that was the vow renewal. And, we're going to hopefully watch out for this relationship because we know how the curse works. Once the vow renewal, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, five tops, it may be a split up. And the show will do that to you, okay? So hopefully, I don't want this, but Aaron, please hold on to your marriage. You got small children, okay? You got small children. Oh, I have to add, by the way, I don't know how fun it is to carry such expensive jewelry in a party like that, because the caveat to that extravaganza eleganza moment was that you had to have security kind of follow you a little bit throughout your whole party. And I'm like, that is too much. I don't think I would like that. I don't know. How I'm supposed to enjoy myself in the party and I have this big old man following me throughout this whole party? That's a lot. I didn't know that would come with that as a caveat, but that was interesting to watch. Now, the ladies, they were tired of this party, but I'm looking forward to see what these ladies have to offer in the next episode. It's supposed to get a little bit heated because Bryn is going to be in trouble again, and I wonder if it's gonna be brought up that silent the party, okay? And of course, I look forward to see Uba. We didn't get to see Uba much this episode, but I hope we get to see her next episode. And Jessel, I feel like I'm warming up to Jessel. Jessel, I hope you that girl. I hope you that girl, that slow burn. Okay. So guys, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments down below what you thought of this episode. I would rate it what? I feel like I'm so forgiving with these ladies because, we still getting to know them. They're getting to know us and what we like to see. But so far, it's been genuine. We did get a little bit of Philistines. But, overall, the plot is starting to thicken and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So I'm going to give it like maybe 8.2. 8.2. What you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Do not forget to like, share, and comment. And as always, share as much kindness as possible. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.